Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jay Mehta here from Mumbai, and in this video we are going to try and understand the treatment options for blocked fallopian tubes. In our previous video we studied what are the causes of having a blocked fallopian tube, and as you are all aware, investigating the patency of fallopian tubes is one of the most important investigations in infertility for any couple. There is a big difference between a fallopian tube which is open and a fallopian tube which is functional. In this video, I will try and touch upon what I mean by a functional fallopian tube. Remember, as we studied, apart from the various causes that we already know, the causes which are spasmodic or due to anxiety are going to be the causes which are going to be easiest to treat. Apart from this, there are various other causes of blocked fallopian tubes, and the causes which are extremely difficult to treat are causes due to infection, because predominantly they cause mid-tubal or distal fallopian tubal blockages. There are various modalities which are available for treatment of blocked fallopian tubes. Now typically, the couples would first insist to have a non-surgical approach for opening fallopian tubes. The most common non-surgical approach which is available is a course of modest antibiotics, which are genital antibiotics, along with antispasmodics, which can be prescribed for approximately 14 days. Following this, a repeat testing of the fallopian tubes can be done, and if it is just a spasmodic cause or a very mild infective cause, the fallopian tubes would open on this. Prior to going for surgery, a lot of couples would also like to experiment with alternative medications, especially Uttarbasti in Ayurveda, for opening of blocked fallopian tubes. And it is very important to remember, in Uttarbasti, the person who makes the decoction and the person who does the Uttarbasti is extremely important. When Uttarbasti is done by a trained Ayurvedic physician, the results in opening fallopian tubes, especially the blockages, even infective blockages, including the mid-tubal blockages, are pretty excellent. However, one must have a word of caution and a thorough counseling before undergoing this procedure, and if they do wish to attempt, this procedure should be done by a trained physician who has considerable experience in treating blocked fallopian tubes. Now, if these modalities fail, couples usually tend to accept surgical modalities. It is very important to remember that a functional fallopian tube is extremely important in order to attain a pregnancy. Inside the fallopian tubes, there are things called as cilia. Now, these cilia are actually motile parts of the cells, and they push the ovum from the ovary very gently towards the uterus. So, they have a direction of flow inside it. It's very difficult to visualize it, but it is very important that a fallopian tube is functional. Only then, opening up such a fallopian tube is going to benefit the patient. Now, usually when a fallopian tube is dilated with water collection inside, this is commonly called as a hydrosalpinx. It indicates the fallopian tube is usually non-functional. If there is a distal tubal block, that means the block near the fimbrial end or the far end of the tube, even those fallopian tubes blockages are not going to be corrected very easily following any form of laparoscopic surgery. Laparoscopic surgery will work the best for proximal or cornual tubal blocks. Usually in this, a small wire which is called as a guide wire is passed to cannulate the tube. Okay, it tries to open the surface area or the opening of the tube by passing the guide wire, and then if it is amenable or the block is within 1 to 1.5 centimeters of the cornu, such blocks can be relieved very easily. Minor corrective procedures like cornual remodeling, removal of the fibrosis, or other additional procedures like removal of cornual polyps can benefit these women if these are associated problems in the corneal block. It is also extremely important that couples remember that whenever a surgery is being attempted to open the blocked fallopian tube, it does not guarantee permanent opening of the fallopian tube, nor does it guarantee a successful pregnancy outcome. This is one of the commonest confusions which couples have, because they believe that once a surgical procedure is done, it virtually guarantees a pregnancy. It's recommended and suggested that you have a detailed discussion with your doctor or a reproductive specialist prior to undergoing any form of medical or surgical management in order to treat a blocked fallopian tubes. Usually, couples in whom the fallopian tubes are blocked beyond repair, they will need to proceed with treatments like assisted reproduction, most importantly IVF or ICSI, because remember, IVF and ICSI were procedures who were invented for women who have blocked or damaged fallopian tubes. Obviously, topics like these can arise a lot of questions in the minds of the couples. Should you have questions, you can feel free to post them in our comments box. Me or one of my team members will try to answer to your questions as soon as we can. Thank you so much.